This is PowerPoint module SAM training for module 1. So we're going to go and click on apply over here. We already went over observe and practice what they are. So let's click on the apply. We're going to create a new presentation. Now remember, this up top here isn't always the full instruction. So you want to look down here. Going to create a new blank presentation. So in order to do that, we can click on the PowerPoint here, which is on our taskbar, and here is create a new presentation, which is blank. Change the slide layout. So you can see change the slide layout is not full. Here we want to change the slide layout to title and content for slide 1. We're on slide 1. All we have to do is click on layout, and here's title and content. Insert a new slide. And we're going to insert a new slide using the title and content after slide 1. So we're on slide 1 here, and all we have to do is click the drop down arrow here, and we want title and content. Insert a new slide using a specified layout. So we're going to do a comparison slide layout after slide 2. So again, we'll go to new slide, and we're going to just choose the comparison. Zoom slides. Very easy. Just go to view and zoom. So here we are. Now you also have this on your taskbar. So let's close this and see if it shows up. So you can see the zoom is here. But if you want to make it set very easy, just go to view and zoom. And you can just type in what you want. In this particular case, we want 50. Apply a theme, very easy. Click on apply, just go to design and choose the theme that you want. So we want the basis theme, which is the second option in the third row. So I'm going to click on design. Now, again, we need to click on this more button down here. Third row, second option. Change the theme colors. I think they want blue warm for this one. So let's go to change presentation theme colors. So this is going to be close to what the very last slide wants you to do. So let's go to design, and we're going to go to variants, and we'll just choose colors. And then we want blue warm. If we're going to do the last slide, change the fonts, we would choose fonts. Insert a picture from a file. So there's more than one way to do it. Because it tells us to use the content placeholder, we need to click over here. Otherwise, you could have chose insert picture. So we're going to do it the way they tell us to do it. Click on the content and the picture part, and let's click on insert, and boom, that takes care of that. Insert an object using the content placeholder. It's basically the same thing. We want to insert a picture services PNG on slide 2. So here is the picture services. Remember, PNG is a picture as well as JPEG and GIF. Move a slide in normal view. Really easy. It's just a matter of dragging and drop. So we want to move slide 4 so it becomes slide 2. So I'm just going to click, and I'm going to move it till you'll see them move down. Do it slowly, and you're good. Navigate between slides in normal view. It's just a matter of clicking on the slide. So we want to go to 2, 6, and 4. So don't do 2, 4, and 6. Do 2, 6, and 4. So I'm clicking on 2. Then I'm clicking on 6. Then I'm clicking on 4. Check spelling. I do not believe it will work in the simulation, but the shortcut is F7. So let's just go to review, and let's click on spelling. So it wants me to change all instances of innovations. So that's fine. Let's change all of them. And then we're going to ignore rock analysis, whatever that is. So I'll just choose ignore all. Okay, we are 1/3 of the way done. Correct a spelling check. Remember, right-click is your friend. So without retyping the word, correct the spelling of build to build. So I'm just going to right-click here and choose build. Right-click is a great place to work. Bold text. So bold the word healthcare on slide 3. So I'm going to double-click it to select it. You can select it any way you want. And now I'm going to click on bold. Change the font color. So change the font color of the words analyze data to slide to the blue accent 3. So here is analyze data. So we're selecting that there. Then we're going to go to the font color, which is the first option in the 7th column of themes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, change the font size. In slide 3, change the font size. Plan for success to 28 points. So here is plan for success. And I'll just change it here to 28. Change the font. On slide 1, change the font of the title text, Rockland. Now, I'll show you a way that you can select the title without going in and choosing all this stuff. If I just click on the border when it becomes solid, that selects everything in there. So now I can change it to Arial, which happens to be right here. And if for some reason that doesn't work, then just go back and select it the manual way. Italicize text. So we are going to italicize the words new way forward on slide 2. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click here, and instead of selecting it, I'm going to click on this border here, and then I'm going to choose italic. Select text. Select the text plan for success. So that's just a matter of dragging it there. We are halfway done. Underline text. Again, these are things you should be very well familiar with. Underline healthcare in slide 2. I'm just going to double click it and underline it. Copy and paste text. Again, you know how to do that. Copy the text technology services on the subtitle to slide 2 in the title itself. So here's technology services. So now there is no copy in here. It would be nice. So I'm going to click on copy. I'm going to go here. I'm going to click, and I'm going to right click and choose paste. Or however way you want to do paste. Undo and redo an action. Pretty easy. So undo, and this is redo. Now, the reason why redo isn't there because there's nothing to redo. So we're going to undo it, and you'll see the redo will highlight itself. So we're good there, and then we'll redo it. That's an easy way. If you undo something by accident, you can just redo it. Change the print color. So that sounds a lot harder than it really is. So I'm just going to go to File and Print. And here is the color. I will change it to grayscale. And then I'll print it, and that should work. There's other ways to do it, but that's the easiest way. Change the print layout. So let's see what it wants us to do. We want to do note pages. Again, sounds a lot harder than it really is. Go to print. Now, all you really need to do, you want to try to read things if you're not sure what to do. It says, okay, print all slides, print full slide. Let's see what happens when we click on that. Ah, look at this, notes page. And then, of course, we just need to print it. Save a presentation with a different name. I always hit F12. I do not believe it will work in the presentation mode and in simulation. So I'm going to click on File and Save As. And I will just change this to Overview Final. So let's click on Save and see what happens. Save a presentation. That's just a matter of File and Save or clicking on a little disk icon. So if we want to save a presentation with the same name, I can just click right up here and choose Save. If you actually have PowerPoint open, you can hit Control S. Enter text in a content placeholder. So we want slide 2. We're already there. Enter the text about Rockland. Now notice that this is all capitalized. So bear in mind there are some fonts that will be all capitalized. You'll actually see that on the end of module. About Rockland here. And then in the bulletin title, we're going to type in formed in 1996. Now, if you make a mistake, it's just going to tell you invalid entry or incorrect entry when I hit the enter key here. If I, for instance, hit 19 and then just 6 instead of 1996, it will give me an error as soon as I hit the enter key. So be aware if you get that. Doesn't mean you did everything wrong, just that one thing. Okay, so then we want 72 employees. All right, so we're good there. Create a multi-level list. Again, you know how to do that. It's actually done for you. In the body content on slide 3, we're on slide 3. Here is our bulleted list. It's already created for us. So we're going to type in Plan for Success. Make sure that you are reading what they want you to do in terms of whether they want it first level, second level, or third level. So Plan for Success has the top level, which is first level, followed by 2 lower level bullets. So lower level is I can either click here to increase it up top here, or I can just hit the tab key. To me, hitting the tab key is easier. So I'm going to type in Learn Business Goals, and then I'm going to type Create Project Plan, and followed by another top level. So I'm going to hit Shift Tab to go back to the top level and type in Design Systems. Now, if you get this wrong, just remember it probably means you spelled something wrong. Change the indent of a list item. Change the indent of the list item to Analyze Data to slide 2 to 3. Now, you think you might want to do it on View and Ruler. That's not really the way to do it. But let me go to View and Ruler and see what it shows you there. So this really doesn't help you, but you could actually change the indent from here as well. But the easier way is really to just go to Paragraph and change the, I'm probably in the wrong spot. Let me cancel that out. We need to be in Analyze Data. Here's Analyze Data. So let me go and click in Paragraph. And before text, change that to 1. Actually, so let's do that here. And that's incorrect. So change the indent of the list item, Analyze Data on slide 2 to 1 inch. So here's a good way when you get something wrong and you actually do it through Paragraph. But there's an issue with the list over here right now because this should be point 1. So I'm going to get rid of the View and Ruler. And let's try it again and see what happens. So it's not liking me doing this. So I'm going to see if it lets me reset it. So it's actually not. So let's go back and let's go to the Observe and let's see what we need to do. I believe it's because of the ruler in here.
If you change the indent level of a list item by pressing Tab, PowerPoint may adjust the font size and bullet type to indicate a new list level. But if you want to change the indent of bulleted text without affecting its formatting, you can drag the indent markers on the horizontal ruler. On the slide, click before the word Analyze in the bulleted list. You want to increase the indent of this list item, but first you need to show the rulers. Click the View tab. In the Show group, click the Ruler checkbox to select it. The horizontal and vertical rulers are displayed in the slide pane. On the horizontal ruler, drag the rectangular marker to the 1-inch mark. You increase the indent of...
Okay, that was kind of a setup. I wanted you to see what to do when you run into a problem when there's more than one way to do the same thing. Because you can do the same thing from paragraph as long as it is using hanging. So let's go and back to paragraph again. And notice that this does have point 1. And the reason why it got messed up was because we did the ruler first. But I wanted to show you the same thing, that you could do this from here. So I'm going to type in 1 here. And let's just see if that works. And that did. I personally feel it's easier to do it that way than from the ruler. So we can go back now to that other one. And let's go, and this was number 30. So let's go back to here. And let's try it from the way they want us. So change the indent level here. So I'm going to go to View. I'm going to go to Ruler. And remember, I always tell you that you should have your ruler showing all the time. Here is Analyze Data. We're going to click here, and we're just going to drag this to 1. Apply bullets or numbering to an existing text. Apply numbering to the paragraphs in the context placeholder on slide 3 using the default numbering slide. Okay, so that's pretty easy. So let's just click here, and notice that it's already got our bullets, and we'll just change it to numbering. Oh, let's click here and do it. There we go. Switch to side sorter view. There's 2 ways that you can do it. You can't see it down here. So here is side sorter. If you don't like doing that, just go to View and Side Sorter. So we're going to switch to normal view. So let's just click over here and see if we can find normal. There's normal. Print a presentation. Print a current presentation. Your default doesn't want us to use Control P, so just click on Print and Print. Apply a text effect. Okay, we've done that before. So let's see what happens. So we want to apply the 3D rotation text to the bullet list over here. So I'm going to click the bulleted list, then I'm going to click over here. So I'm actually selecting the list. So now I don't see anything that says text effects. That's because I'm not in format. So I'm going to click on format. And here's our text effects. Here's our 3D rotation. And we'll go down to perspective. I think they said the 3rd row, 1st column, which is right here. Open a presentation. So open the Rockland Consulting. Now, if you have the opening on your the quick access bar, it's a lot easier. But here we'll go to File and we'll click on Open. And now notice it doesn't have anything here to help us. So I'm just going to click on Browse. And we're going to do the Rockland Consulting. Start PowerPoint. Now you can just type PowerPoint here normally, but it does say Start PowerPoint using the Start button. So I'm going to click here, and I can go all the way down to the P's, or I can just click here and then choose the P from this one, which is obviously a lot easier. Okay, exit PowerPoint. So I'm just going to click on the X up top here, and it wants me to save the presentation. So yes. Create a custom theme font. So again, this is fairly easy. Click on Apply. It just sounds harder. And I'm going to click on, now I'm going to do this wrong, and I'm going to show you the right way to do it, so you don't have to watch the video. You can watch it on your own. I'm talking about the video of the Observe over here. Create a custom theme font, name Rockland, that uses Cambria as the heading font. So, first thing, just click on Design, and let's go down over here and let's choose Fonts. So now, I'm going to choose Cambria, because that's what it tells me, but that's wrong. So once it tells me it's wrong, I'll go back and show you how to do it. So that's the wrong way to do it, because we didn't really do what it wanted. We wanted to create a new one that uses Cambria as the heading font. So let's go back to the fonts again, and let's go all the way down here to Customize Fonts. So now we have a whole new box over here. We're going to type in for the name Rockland. And for the heading font, we just want to change it to Cambria. Click on Save, and we're good. And the very last thing is customize the quick access toolbar. So I'll click on Apply. And then I'm going to click on More Commands over here. All the ones with checks are the ones that are here. So let's go to More Commands. And let's see what we have again. Notice that Add Animation is not the same as Animation Pane. So if you click on Add Animation and you click on Add, it's wrong. So we want the Animation Pane. Just click on Add. Click on OK. And that is everything. So I will now submit this and see how I did. Hopefully I did it right. I don't really need to print it. So I will close it and end the video.